Pet peeves. We all have them.
We sure do have them, and they really are pronounced in marriage, aren't they?
They are.
This week we're going to talk about pet peeves.
If you don't think you have them, that's a pet peeve of mine. No.
Everybody has them.
Everyone has
you have pet peeves with people you work with your children, with your spouse.
And you may not notice them when you're first married because you overlook that.
Right,
but
you do overlook it, and then you get married and you realize. So we're going to share with you our top 3 pet peeves we have for each other.
Okay, you go first.
All right, my number 1 pet peeve is John's pit.
Oh.
Not that pit. The pit between the bed and the wall.
See, that's like a second closet to me.
No, it's not a second closet, honey. It is a pit, and the reason that he has the side of the bed away from the door is so I don't have to look at the pit.
See, I always think of it as like a self-defense, like our home security. Let's go rob them pet dogs.
We can't, dang it! That pit around that bed is such a mess. We'd be like tripping and falling and hurting ourselves.
So, it's a loving thing.
I've given up trying to clean it.
I have tried to get better, haven't I?
You sure have.
I mean, I think I've succeeded some of the time.
When you run out of clean underwear, then you know it's time to clean the pit.
All right, moving on. My number 1 pet peeve, I think, has to be the chewing. Chewing ice. Chewing gum. Chewing on straws.
Chewing all day long.
Yeah,
chewing all day long.
So, definitely I think my top of my list.
Yours is noise sensitivity, so any noises that are coming out of my mouth is like eek to you. Yeah. And I do know there's like some real thing that people have with noise. So I do try not to chew too much when I'm with you. Try.
It's good.
My number 2 pet peeve with John is when he gets into a cleaning project.
See, I clean.
He will take a box. He will throw all of the stuff from his cleaning project in the box. The box will go in the basement. In the basement, it will sit there for, what have we been here, 12 years in this house? And we still have boxes from when we first moved in.
True. I see it more like an archaeological thing.
Archaeological
kind of like a time capsule. So
time capsule of your junk.
That's a positive from it.
Throw it away.
The historical significance of box 27B from the Meso-Otto period illustrates the findings. These primitive light sources, or this carb champion, are irreplaceable in history.
So I get a number 2 then. My number 2 is punctuality. And I don't mean she's late. Oh no, the opposite. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go see a movie. Mm-hmm. Let's get there before the other one has vacated. They haven't even started cleaning. Bad. Okay, let's go on a flight, right? We're going to take a flight 3 hours before for international flights. Oh, no, that's cutting it way too close. All right, we've got to get there before the other plane that's using that gate even leaves.
Okay, so I'm Norwegian.
Okay.
That's what I blame it on. If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's my number 2. Funny thing about our number 3 is it's the same thing.
Yes, my number 3 is these random hairs that John gets. He has these 2 in his eyebrows that poke up. Then he's got these that come out of his nose like a little spider leg hanging there. And then he has this one right here that curls out of his ear. Those drive me crazy.
Okay, so I think you just saw my number 3 pet peeve is I'll be sitting there watching a movie or waiting. Exactly. And she spots it and she's like, don't move. The light is just right.
Let me plug that thing.
You've got one hair sticking out of your eyebrow. I gotta get that.
It is actually, and it's starting to come out right now, actually, really. For real, I could definitely use tweezers.
And I even bought one of those little battery-operated things that you...
Doesn't work quite as well as I'd like it to.
If there's one that's still there, she'll find it.
All right, so we may have made light of pet peeves, but we know that in marriage, every married couple has things about the other one that drive you crazy. And I remember when we were first married, I called an older woman who had been married probably 25 years. And I was like, how do I get him to do X, Y, and Z? He's such a slob in this area because I hate messiness. And she's like, listen, he's never going to change. And so you just need to learn to love him despite those things that drive you crazy about him.
But I believe we have made progress, each of us, to know, okay, I know this bothers her. I'm going to try to make an effort to be a little bit better in that. And so I feel like I've tried. Do you believe that?
Yes, I totally believe
good.
you have. Yeah.
Good. So not only
I've tried too.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
So not only saying, okay, I love her, I will get in the car and we will be at the airport, I'll just bring something to read, or something like that. Also, you give a little and you take a little, and you make your marriage better when you both try to accept each other's shortcomings and also change your own
work on your own.
shortcomings.
Yep. Good job.
So what pet peeves do you guys have?
We'd love to hear the things that drive you crazy.
And we hope we don't cause fights by bringing this topic up.
It's been a lighthearted discussion as we've been preparing for this video.
Try in love to accept each other, but also to work on your shortcomings.
This week's question of the week is a little more serious than pet peeves.
Do you budget your emotions? In other words, do you save emotions for your spouse? Because we all know people that aren't our spouse that take a lot of our energy, a lot of our emotions, a lot of effort. Are you budgeting that time so that you have something left in the tank for your spouse?
And it may not be a comment that's easy to leave, but let us know what you think about the term budgeting your emotions. And we're going to flesh that out next week.
And if you've never thought of it or tried it, it'll be a good thing to explore. The moments are what make a marriage.
So let's go create a pet peeve free
and accepting
moment.
Hey, so don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel and click the bell if you want notifications.